Hello, happy Super Bowl Sunday, right here from the belly of the Super Bowl beast, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just a few miles from where I am live broadcasting this. Very wealthy people are spending way too much money on brunch. So, in honor of the festive quality of Super Bowl Sunday, today we are going to listen to a record that, like many albums, I bought just for the cover. As a matter of fact, this one I've never dropped the needle on this one, so I have no idea what we're in for. I barely know what this record is. The name of the record is Carnaval 1975, and before I really looked into it, I thought that it was about I thought that it was about like Brazil Carnaval. I never even noticed that there are three A's in this one. Unlike many things in Dutch, none of them are next to each other, but it's spelled slightly differently. It does feature very prominently a portly old gentleman in some sort of clown or jester apparel. It's such a mystery, and it's all you know what. Before I go into it, so I'm not wasting a bunch of time speaking to dead air, I'm just going to turn the record on and we'll kind of discover it together. But I'm still going to talk through this cover a little bit and context. So, buckle your seatbelts, everybody. It is from Rotterdam, I believe, was where this is. His truth is marching on, probably. It's Laat de Bol maar lekker waaien is the name of this one. Like a lot of words in Dutch, when you hear them and you're an English speaker, it actually sounds a little naughty. Apparently, this is a thing in the Netherlands, and and it's sort of modeled on the Latin American Carnival, except it's not Fat Tuesday because it would be way too cold in places like Rotterdam, so they just do it in the summer. It's sort of a Zomerfest, called something that looks German, but then you look at it more closely and it turns out it's Dutch. That's most of Dutch. Looks like German, but like if German added some extra A's and maybe umlauts. This was bought at a retailer called Dankers for 9-something and 90-somethings. Once again, I have no idea. What's great is when I Googled this, it started it started in 1989, maybe officially, but maybe this was some sort of pop-up carnival. Anyway, enjoy. For now. Yep. La Tebula Makala. Oh wait, there's a second line to it. Next one will be Vader's Fanfare. It spells like Vader's fanfare, but I'd have no idea. As usual, I'll be folding laundry as we listen to Carnaval 1975. But after the video, I will post pictures of the album cover. If anybody here happens to know the language, feel free to translate. I do very little of that, and I apologize. Okay. So obviously it was like the Battle Hymn of the Republic, but maybe it had its own like wacky lyrics. I don't know if you can hear that, but
Geen bericht van vaders fanfare, nog geen
So it's spelled Vader's Fanfare, Vaders, like Darth Vader, but obviously it's pronounced Vaders. And I know the fidelity's not great on these videos, but there's a little sort of a spacey synthesizer-y part of it, which is funny. If this was 1975, that would be pre Star Wars. These folks may have a claim against, you know, who. Pop, pop, boom, pop, pop, boom, pop, pop. Ze zijn onderweg naar Maastricht. Hallo, heb je soms een fanfare langs zien komen? Oh nee? Yeah, I assume it's maybe with an extra A. I know nothing other than what I know about Amsterdam. I was very seriously, everything I know about Amsterdam is from people who smoke pot and from Pulp Fiction. And this is side one that we're listening to. Side two I really wanted to play, but it was a little more, I mean, literally, this looked almost, the disc here was pristine, except for on side two there was kind of an abrasion or a scratch. But this is hysterical in Dutch, I'm sure. But the first track on side two is Friet met Mayonnaise. If you've ever seen the opening scene or the immediate credits scene, you know what I mean. The scene where Vincent and Jules are driving along, and Vincent's, you know what's amazing about your little differences? You know what they put on fries instead of ketchup? What? Mayonnaise? Ooh! Fries mayonnaise would be track one, so who knows? So presumably this would be something that like in a beer hall, or probably in Amsterdam, beer hallen. I know nothing about Dutch other than it looks vaguely like German. This one has H-O-E-R-A. Retekkatet. Once again, if you're just joining, this is Carnaval 1975. It was purchased from a retailer called Dankers for 9-something and 90-somethings. It's a Dutch thing. Like, I see Rotterdam on here. It's from VIP Records. So much of Dutch looks like somebody writing a parody of German, maybe. Where were the Netherlands in World War II, by the way? I honestly don't remember. I mean, I remember that I remember learning about World War II. I don't know that the Netherlands featured much in the discussion. These, by the way, are the utility towels. These are the ones that, if the toilet overflows, these are the ones I use. And no, a toilet did not overflow. Over there. And you may be wondering, why is he playing if you're just joining us, I apologize if you're watching this after the fact. You're hearing me say it again, but it's Super Bowl Sunday here in Minneapolis. Well, and everywhere it's Super Bowl Sunday. At least everyone that watches football, our football. And the city of Minneapolis has had such a carnival-like atmosphere. Apparently. I think a lot of us here in Minneapolis have just kind of done everything we can to stay out of the way. I'm not a big fan of crowds anymore. I hate being overcharged for anything. Like, it's just the principle of the thing. Rekatet. How is that hard? Retteketet. Rolls off their tongue, gets caught back someplace between my vocal cords and the tip of my tongue. Retteketet. It's a tongue twister. All right. Zekunen de pot. Oh, pot. Get it? Zekunen der pot. Oh. So presumably these are drinking songs. My favorite is when lyrics like I just heard, which I thought was over 20. You know, like there were over 20 something. To be fair, this, you know, we were listening to, last week we were listening to, you know, Swingin' Hi-Fi Organ by Lenny D. It was D Most. I thought that was the most cheerful music I'd ever heard. Nope. Sexy something? Oh, that's what it is. Like in other languages, it always cracks me up when something phonetically sounds like an English word. And I don't know, English worms its way into so many languages, like okay, in just about any language. Okay. But homonyms, that's right, I said homonyms. Best for the door. Best for the German? It's adorable. Why am I even telling you what these songs are called? It's just guys singing in Dutch. I assume it's Dutch. I get so mixed up, by the way. Amsterdam, that's in the Netherlands, which is filled with Dutch people who are speaking Dutch, or is there... It's baffling to me. Is this the place where there are the dikes and the hole and the kid would... Artsy Loper? No, no, no. Nope. I can't even. What's a bummer about an album in a different language is that I don't even get to have the fun reading the requisite essay, the persuasive essay that used to be so necessary. Het is weer met deze twee langspeler de kunnen presenteren waarvan u begeert dat. They're talking funny talk. Or in this case, singing funny talk. But yeah, this is music that would be playing like in a movie where spies are meeting up someplace, and they have to meet in a crowd so one of them feels safe. I don't know that I've ever heard this music without it ending in a gunshot and the sound of a crowd panicking. Ooh. I don't know about you, but I'm having a really fun time with this. I'm not sure, especially like the illustration of the little juvenile clownish sort of a thing. But yeah, and I'll take pictures of it. But once again, this guy in the purple really looks like he's having a great time, doesn't he? He takes his Carnaval seriously. Once again, if you Google Carnaval Rotterdam, which are two things that are on here, and one of the people, one of the names down here, you can't quite see them, is Mike Vincent. Is it like an American who's really into this music? Is Mike Vincent like a Dutch name that's pronounced Mikkeverkens? No, that would be German. It's also, Dutch seems to be like German without all of the back of the throat stuff. Drinken. I think we know what that means. These are all drinking songs. Ah. I don't know if you can read these things. All right. So, Mike Vincent, electrogram is one of the you can't read that. Oh, and so yeah, here's the. Oop, there we go. There's the track list. We're on side one, and oh, this is the last track. Hela Hopa, blah 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 blah. What's good? Is that just a random crowd shot, or is that Mike Vincent? Probably not. Do these people know that they're on an album cover? I mean, this guy, did he know? It's 12 Grandiose Carnaval something. Success. Just success. I don't know. Dankers. Oh, it's a Dunkers. It's a cool single. Once again, I have no idea what a Dutch accent sounds like either. Weren't they the ones that colonized South Africa? Once again, utterly Europe beyond Germany, maybe Poland, obviously Spain, Italy, France. The Slavic stuff is down there. Some mountains where you find werewolves and vampires. Greece. Is that it? That's it. That is it for side one of Carnaval 1975. Once again, played in honor of this very festive atmosphere that Minneapolis has had all week. I assume, because I have not really participated in any of it. It's cold, it's crowded, and I'm cheap. Anyway, enjoy the big game, everybody. Go someone, whoever you happen to be rooting for. I don't really have a dog in the hunt. The Eagles gave the Vikings such a horrifying drubbing a couple of weeks ago, and the Philly fans are kind of dicks. So I feel like I should root against them. But on the other hand, I feel like I should be loyal to my conference, the NFC. It's so cute that I think I know anything about this, or to pretend that I do. But then, of course, everybody hates the Patriots. So however you've resolved that particular dilemma in your own mind, I hope that it comes to fruition. I hope that things work out for you on the big game. And I hope at least a few of the commercials don't involve people getting hit in the crotch. Happy Sunday. Whoa. Oh no, I've fallen.